Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Double XC podcast. I'm your host, Xavier Excellence Collier. This is episode 17, and we will be having Our Lady of Chaos Part 3. Our Lady of Chaos created by Meldar16. Unfortunately, two of our party members are MIA. One is having date night. I wish I had date night. My co-host Punky Al is now available for this episode, and Twitch streamer Nam Zombie, shout out to Nam Zombie, also can't make it as he is currently streaming right now. So we are missing Rhea and Flea Noatok for the rest of the story. But we have three other characters that could still make it entertaining. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Zorak, the dragonborn barbarian.
I am Doug, the dwarf and noble fighter.
I am Bane, the merciless soldier who is a dragonborn.
We are going to keep the momentum up with this story. And so, last time as we left off, the characters went from the bar to the slums to dig themselves from the trenches, helped some kids with some cigars, went to the sewers, saved a prisoner before a tentacle monster, defeated some cultists, took the prisoner back to the healer's house, healed up, killed a woman who was a spy for the cultists, but also a helping hand for the healing lady, and so the players decide to spend the night until the prisoner wakes up. So before we continue this, I cannot speak today. Before we continue on, the players wanted to give their backstories to you. So let's start off with Zorak. Did you want to give your backstory?
Zorak was born into a dragon clan that lived in the Fiend Peak Mountains. His entire clan was wiped out one day by a clan of human bandits. When he was still a baby, he was taken in by the bandits, who used him as a weapon. As he was growing up, stealing from people, destroying villages, and killing people, he found out about his clan's extermination one night when some of the older bandit clan members were drunk. After learning about this, about the family he never got to meet, he ran away during the night. And currently, he is searching for a way to kill that entire bandit clan.
Bane, Doug, did y'all want to share y'all backstories, or next time?
Next time, because I don't have one pieced together right now. But next time we do a D&D section, I'll definitely have one ready.
Okay, so as we left off, the characters are currently sleeping, but unfortunately, they keep having reoccurring nightmares the longer they are in Octurne. Bane and Doug, they are in this nightmare scene where they are constantly fighting, not together, separately by themselves, but it's the same nightmare. They are fighting by themselves against different people in robes, simultaneously killing them, almost out of breath. And then moments later, they see a lady in the shadow with long hair, about medium-sized body, floating in the darkness, in the flames. Zorak's nightmare, he sees a bunch of dragonborns dead on the ground, and then Zorak looks to his hands. He's holding a knife or a sword. I don't know, let's pretend it's a sword, more accurate. And he has a few human bandits down to his knees, also lying dead. And then he sees the same shadow lady in the shadows. You can't make out who it is, but you see her in flames as well, and she calls out to you, join me. And that's when all the characters wake up. I'm sorry, I'm not the best at explaining these nightmares. I'm sorry.
Wait, wasn't I outside?
Yeah, I was the one in the bed. I was the dragonborn in the bed that probably broke it.
Zarek wakes up from his broken bed. Bane wakes up in the middle of the sunlight, almost blinding his eyes. Doug wakes up from the other room. The prisoner screams, "Ah! Dragon!" Oh wait, it's you. So does everybody want to come into the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna enter the room.
Yeah, I'll try to make my way over there. Navigate these tight spaces.
I can say that Zarak is currently holding his chest, like breathing very heavily due to the nightmare. And also looking at his hands as well,
The healing lady opens the door as you all have entered in. Oh, finally, you're all awake. Sorry, your tiefling friend and halfling friends are currently out. I checked the rooms, but they wanted to send you a message. Miss Hello says he's on a solo mission, but is still in the city. Please don't take out the scumbag without her. Whereas Mr. Noatug wanted to invest these cultists. This man is fine, but please go easy on answering the questions. Did I say answer the questions? I mean, please go easy on asking the questions. So the prisoner sits up from his bed. Well, thank you all for saving me. So I guess I'll answer any questions you have.
What were you doing in the sewers?
These cultists were trying to send me to a ritual, about to sacrifice me and a few others. They take people in the night and use them for the rituals, trying to bring back some dead goddess.
Interesting. Did you see any other cultists besides the 3 that were already in the room that we killed?
No, unfortunately.
Right? Do you guys have any questions?
I know a lot of them come around us in the slums, and I did see a few go into the entrance. Pretty sure the entrance where that tentacle monster almost dragged me. Doug, Bane?
Have you by chance heard any rumors that might be helpful during our little... I've heard any rumors at all that might help, that might aid us in our journey?
Well, besides that, their hideout is somewhere near the end of the slums. They're trying to bring back a dead goddess called Ate. For the viewers, that's spelled A-T-E with a comma abbreviation on top. Her name is Ate. She was a dead goddess from centuries ago, and I think the Carvel family, the mayor's family, has a sword with a dragon on it, who is supposedly the son of this goddess. A tiny dragon on a sword. I don't know how much that is true, but has to be related. Maybe this Carvel family has bad blood with the goddess.
Alright. Looks like we know where we're going next, boys.
Yeah, seems like it. Now, an interesting question. Transportation. What kind of transportation are we going to be using exactly? Or are we just going to walk?
I feel like that's our only option, considering how big you and I are.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Unless the little dwarf wants us to throw him.
I prefer not to be thrown.
I was going to say, oh yeah, let
You can play catch with him while on the way.
Oh yeah, I throw the dwarf, accidentally throw the dwarf so far he ends up breaking his skull and then onto a random wall. I throw him a little too hard and he ends up breaking the skull on the wall.
I speak away from this because he does not like this conversation.
Where do you think you're going, you little dwarf? I'm not actually gonna kill you.
Okay, we should really start walking, because I think it'll be a long walk.
Yeah, let's get going. We got a lot of daylight to burn.
Doug, if you feel hot at all, you can just stand in one of our shadows.
As the 3 of you walk out, the healing lady comes to you. I will keep him here until he's recovered. I wish you hadn't killed my associate. Then again, he probably had to do with these disappearances lately. Whatever you're up to, be careful. That's about it. Okay, so DM the players. Where are we going next?
Say we go to the mayor's place.
City Hall?
Yeah, let's go to the city hall. See what the mayor has See if the mayor has anything to say.
Okay.
Also, am I the only one that's a little bit suspicious of that doctor, that healing lady?
She seemed a little too friendly. And again,
In what easy way to get poorer citizens of the city than by being a healing lady? You have access to some of the weakest, that are ones that are injured.
and they can make them stronger.
Exactly. I'm suspicious of her.
Yeah, I get where you're going.
I
get where you're going here.
don't trust her, but then again, I don't trust many people.
Yes, I can agree. Yeah, you're right. You got a point there. Yeah, I can agree. Trust is something that is hard to earn, but it's easy to lose.
Agreed.
So, the three party members walk to City Hall, which is back out of the slums and back into the middle of Octun. And inside, they see a statue of Valtteri Navis Carvos, part of the Carvos family, a tiefling statue holding a book, key, and a sword. Oh, wait a moment. You're actually outside. You're not inside yet. There's a dragon door with some knockers and a small viewing slot.
Did you say knockers?
Phrasing. You know those circle handles.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So who wants to knock on the door?
Sorry, you was cutting out on me. My bad. That's alright.
I'll knock on it.
And so Zarak knocks on the door, and the viewing slot sighs open at eye level, and they hear a muffled voice ask, "Do you have an appointment with the great ruler of the great city of Octun?"
No, we don't, but we need to see him for a very urgent matter.
Unfortunately, we only have appointments for today, but if you're willing to pay the fee, and the fee is 20 gold pieces, but if you want to roll a skill check, a persuasion or intimidation,
I'll roll an intimidation roll, because I know damn well my dragonborn.
But the last thing we want is to cause a scene.
True, I could try and persuade her.
It's just 20 gold, man.
Yes, but I don't have the gold on me. Do you?
I'm gonna pay for everybody just to go, if you don't mind. You know, don't need to have any incidents here.
How much gold do you have?
I got 223.
What the hell? Okay, I guess I no longer have to intimidate.
so Doug is just paying
Yep.
20 gold pieces.
Yes.
And so Doug hands...
Ugh.
And so Doug drops the 20 gold pieces through the door, and then the small sliding door closes, and the dragon door opens. You can now put a face to the disembodied voice. DECRE pit human stands before you. You have seen skeletons with more life in them. The weight of all the silk ruffles on his ornate uniform bends his frail body into an S shape. He holds out his bony hand towards the seating area, and you can hear the joints cracking in his arm as his arm extends.
So can we all agree that we should keep an eye on that healing lady? Like, just in case? Because I don't exactly trust her.
Yeah.
Y'all still don't trust the tiefling lady?
Me, I really do not like... I don't trust her. I got a strange sense. But to be fair, Zarak does not trust many.
Our great and powerful leader is in a meeting. Have a seat and you will be seen when it suits his fancy. With that, he begins to shuffle back towards his clustered desk. He scribbles some words on a small piece of paper and rings a small bell. A halfling dressed just as ridiculously in a mound of ruffles burst from the back wall. He emerged from a door guarded by a tall, armored figure. The frilly servant rushes over to the desk and snatches the note, disappearing back into the doorway as quick as he appeared from it. You can hear mumbled voices coming from the back wall, and, well, a long span of time passes while the party waits. Yeah, it's a good time to discuss everything quietly.
Bane, Doug, do you think we should try to investigate the healing lady's place a little bit? Because I still do not trust her.
Well, you say you can't trust her all you want. Until we have any evidence of what she might be doing, there's not much we can do, man.
Doug doesn't exactly agree, but he doesn't say anything. He's scared of Dragonborn.
Come on, Doug. We're not gonna kill you. Jeez.
You shouldn't show fear amongst your allies, or those allies might see you as weak.
No, it's because I made that little comment about smacking him against the wall. That's why he's scared.
Doug does not pretend that
You know, I was only joking. I was only joking.
This is a Dragonborn bully episode.
Jeez.
After waiting for some time, the door finally opens, and again the fluffy halfling emerges. He approaches and gestures towards the door he just came out of. The great and powerful Valadius Carvos, mayor of our great city of Octon, will now grace you with his presence. He will allow you to offer your services. Now hurry, he does not like to be kept waiting. And so, the party enters. And with this, he begins to tap at your backs in an attempt to herd you towards the room. You are ushered into an office with an obnoxiously large desk, a few cushioned chairs, and bookshelves placed about the room. The tall figure at the doorway steps inside the room behind you, and you notice he is a tall, orange feline with scuffled armor. Yeah, imagine a tall, orange cat wearing armor. One of the knights. Behind the desk sits an elegantly dressed tiefling adolescent, with his overly powdered nose raised high in the air. He looks down at you past it. To the right of the tiefling stands a young gnome with a large red cap and a blue shirt that swallows his figure. Through a yawn, the young tiefling motions towards the chairs in front of his desk and sighs. I don't know, I gotta do my young upstart Reginald voice. I hear you want to offer your services in solving these disappearances that have been plaguing this otherwise wonderful city. I grow weary of it. The concerns of our slums have invaded my social circle, and I am ready for this nuisance to be done with. You may tell me how you plan to accomplish this now.
First, we need any sort of information that you might have about these disappearances. Rumors, documents, anything.
I've heard rumors every day now for the past 2 weeks, and they all just sound like rumors to me. We have no proof of ill intentions.
We have proof, though.
Oh?
We were down in the sewers, and we discovered some cultists. They were about to sacrifice a man, but we were able to save him. Currently we have him kept somewhere safe.
Well, I think the leader of the fishing guild, Yara Akvo, might be the one behind these disappearances. My aide have mentioned talk of revolution coming out of the fishing cluster, but there's no evidence of these claims. But I have a good feeling it is her.
Well, if you want, we could investigate over there.
It's quite a walk outside of the city, but yes, please do. But if this is some foul play, what is your plan? What is your plan exactly?
That is a good question. How are we going to handle this type of task if it's just 3 of us?
You forget that 2 of us are dragonborns. We can handle this. Not to mention, I like making the plans as we actually get into the fights, because it's more fun that way.
Sometimes we were going to die.
That's what you think. I say we're going to live forever.
We will see.
Love the Dragonborn episode still.
Doug, do you have anything to say? Or are you just going to cower behind us?
Not a good planner myself, so it gets something up on, battle. That seems like a good enough idea since the others aren't here.
Well, the mayor opens his mouth again. I hear talk of a temple of Ate over near the end of the slums, but there's no proof. It's just the poor in the slums trying to distract themselves from their filthy poorness. Those who matter in this city worship Emes, Hetsia, and no others.
We could also investigate those claims as well. Dig a little bit deeper into over there than we already have.
Do what you will. Now, if you excuse me, I have a new appointment coming in. And so the party just walks out.
Yes, I suggest we leave.
And so the party just walks into the hallway and, well, I guess just talk about what you learned of y'all feelings towards the mayor.
He's annoying.
Very snotty. He barely gave us much of anything. He barely gave us much information. But at the same time, we can't rely on violence because the last thing we want is to be considered terrorists in this city. And we end up getting kicked out. And then we have more problems than solutions, you know?
Yes, I understand. But here's my own little thing. If we do go to that little seaport and talk to and as he is suspicious of the person in charge of there, how do we not know he's actually lying to us and he just wants us to take care of a small rebellion that's going on over there? I feel like that place is a waste of time right now.
Doug still wants to investigate, even if it may be a trap, we can still find information on, especially if the mayor has some ties to the cult.
If the mayor has ties to the cult, then I don't know.
This city is a lot more corrupt than we've before.
I mean, I think corruption might... Mayor? That's quite low for a mayor. That's really low.
Agreed. So, what shall we do?
And then the doors of the room next to you opens, and the tiefling comes out and introduces you to the city council.
Well, that answered that question.
Healer Maru, who you've already met at the healer's house. Yes, I don't know how she teleported from the healer's house to the city council, but let's pretend she said she had a meeting to go to. You meet Yara Akvo. I believe she's a human woman who the mayor was mentioning. You meet Film Mar Elo, who is a goblin forge master. You meet Fox Volpes, who is one of the guards, one of the leading knights of the city. Wubujo Kionir Atenasian Havaj. That's just call him Wubujo. No, let's call him Wubio. I don't remember all these characters. We're not going to remember all these NPCs. Family member Valadius Carvos. I believe that is either grandfather or grandmother of the mayor. Father Boxel, Mother Moxel. I don't know. Valadius Carvos is the mayor. Don't quote me on all these names. Father Boxel, Mother Moxel, Else Springleaf of the Farmers, and that's about it. I'm Captain Fox. That sounds weird. Head of the Octurne City Guard. If there is anything you need, please don't hesitate to make a request. It is my sworn duty to protect this city and its citizens. You are always welcome at the barracks. And now the small lady, Else Springleaf, comes to you. My name is Else Springleaf, and I'm the leader of the Farmers Guild. My friends and neighbors are in dire need of your help. It is true that citizens have started disappearing inside the walls, but us farmers have been dealing with this problem for almost a year now. I have lost friends and family over these long months. I beg you to find the source of these disappearances beyond the walls.
Gladly help you with the situation, but right now we should trying to piece together the what's, the where's, the why's, and the how's. Trying to figure out we need to collect some potential rumors, documents, evidence of these disappearances, and where these disappearances are occurring the most. Is there a specific spot? are people going to when they are when they are being I'm sure the right word abducted, kidnapped. So, I'm not sure the right word. Yeah, we're just trying to just if you can provide anything that might help us, it would be gladly appreciated.
Unfortunately, I'm just as confused as yourself, but whenever whenever you had time, me and the farmers would surely appreciate your help. And so Miss Springleaf and
Shit.
Captain, I'm gonna call him Captain Fex. That's what I'm gonna call him. Captain Fex and Miss Springleaf walk by. The rest of the city council ignores you, but Healer Maru greets you again, and then walks back to the healing house. And so now the party just steps out of City Hall. And guess what time it is? A group perception check. So the perception check is 10 or higher. Did you want to roll or use passive perception?
I'm gonna try to roll.
Okay.
I'll also
11.
roll for perception.
So okay, Bane 11, Doug 17, Zorak 5. Bane is just admiring the annoying smell of the city while a hooded figure called to Doug and Bane. Do you decide to approach? Hooded figure has a faint whiff of fish and salt water across the street to the south, and they're waving at you. Do you approach?
Approach is suspiciously, ready for potential ambush from the mysterious figure.
I suggest we approach with caution. Because they seem too cheery. They seem too eager.
Okay.
Let's just approach with caution.
Okay. The cloaked figure whispers, City Hall has ears and eyes all over. It was too risky to say this to you inside. The figure removes her hood to reveal the young human woman from the council. She gestures for the party to follow her further into the residential area nearby. My name is Yao Akvo, the head of the Fishers Guild. I'm sure you noticed in your meeting with the mayor that he has no clue what is really going on in the city. The Carvos family has been the ruling family ever since Valtteri Carvos founded the city, but she would weep in the streets if she saw how her own blood was watching her beloved city slump into the sewers. I have been trying to do what I can to help those in the slums, but it's hard. I want to do more for this city, and I believe with your help, I can finally succeed. If you decide to hear me out, come to the Merton Fishing Cluster north of the city, and I'll show you my plan. With that, she puts up her hood, continues down an alleyway, turns a corner, and vanishes from sight.
If we help her, we might get some little information that we need on these disappearances. Who knows?
Is Zorak with them? Is Zorak even with them? Because he didn't pass the perception test.
No, Zorak was not with them, but now Zorak walks across the street with them.
Oh, what's going on over here? I heard you two talking to somebody. Who were you talking to?
I was talking to this lady that was willing to help us get some more information if we help her help these people in the slums. She gave us some coordinates of where to go for more information. I'd say why not? Because if we go there, we might get some more. Might get a little more leverage or a better grasp on the situation on these disappearances. Because it seems like at this point, if we try to ask someone that's, high in power, we're not going to get much of anything from them. The rich, how rich people can be. They like to keep stuff covered up with money.
What if the mayor's in on the cult?
That's possible. It's possible. There is a possibility, but we need more evidence first, and we got none of that.
we'll be able to find the evidence in the coast, in the city. I forgot the name of it.
For now, let's follow this. Let's follow the lady's advice. We head to the location she provided us with, and just cross our fingers and hope we'll get some more information. Because, like I said, if we try to rise from that has a lot of money, we're just not gonna get much of anything off them in terms of useful information. Since it's just gonna get all covered up. You know how rich people be. They like to cover up their tracks.
Very true. We should go towards the fishing cluster now.
Go on, let's go.
So we're all just going to the merchant fishing cluster?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I would say level up, but we always skipped to part 2, so this is officially part 2 now, if it wasn't already. So as you make your way, you see Lumadark again. You know, the half-orc female knight from night 1 when you got to Octon. Oh, hello again. How has your investigation been with these disappearances?
Not good, sir.
Man.
We're not getting any good leverage on these disappearances. Can't just rely heavily on rumors. We need like hard evidence, like anything, like personal possessions, documents, and photos, something. There's rumors. They could be, dramatic.
That mayor has too much of a stick up his behind.
I can agree.
That entire council, besides 2 of them, have a stick up their ass, in my opinion. They practically ignored us when we were in there.
Yeah, we pretty much got much of nothing, next to nothing.
Well, if you ever need more muscles to take out somebody, you know where to find me. And so Lumadark walks on with her sword in hand. And now the characters walk out of the city of Octurne for like, I'd say an hour. I'm not even counting time. Let's say y'all woke up at 10 a.m. You at City Hall for like till 11:30. So it takes an hour and a half to get to the melting fishing cluster. I did send the map. So you get there at 1 p.m. So, at the melting fishing cluster, it's a whole big area, but there's two different places that stand out. The drunken goblin shark on the left, and then there's Yawa's house. Calibrations. Also, the whole place reeks of fish.
I say we go over to Varen's house. Oh, Yaren's house, okay.
Should I give the spoiler? Nah.
Don't spoil it.
I heard that. Don't spoil anything.
Okay, so you go to Yawa's house, which is kind of a hut that stands out.
You guys can just go in without me. Just tell me what you know once you come back out.
So it looks like the door is already open, so Zarek and Doug step inside. There is a table with stools sitting on the left side of the room. A few old cushioned chairs placed before a fire on the right. There's a ladder in the front left corner, leads down to a storage cellar. A bookshelf. It has a few bedrooms. So I guess it's time for another check. This is a investigation check, and it's a 17 or higher.
Oh boy. I'm not gonna roll high already, but...
This is for Doug or Zarek.
I got 13.
16. Okay, so Doug and Zarek look towards the walls, but notice nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, so y'all didn't pass the investigation check, so y'all know it's nothing out of the ordinary so far. So what do you do?
I'd like to go down into the cellar.
You go down into the cellar, and you notice there is a lock chest. It requires a lockpick or a sleight of hand, and I'm afraid the sleight of hand check for this is 20 or higher.
I am not gonna be able to pass that at all. I'm a dragonborn, for God's sake.
Do you have a lockpick in your...
Yeah, you're dragonborn. Smash the door open.
Oh, let me look at my inventory if I see a lockpick. Yeah, no, I don't have a lockpick at all.
Smash it.
Oh yeah, can I smash it?
Why the hell not? Go ahead.
Let me do a strength test. You're kidding me?
So you try to punch it, but it is a very strong chest.
Can I look around for like a key or something?
I'd help, but I'm 8'2" here.
Doug? Does Doug have a lockpick, or does he want to try sleight of hand?
Oh, try at a hand. Got 10.
A 10. Unfortunately, it is a 20. 20 or higher. Okay, I'll just make it easy since Doug went back to the main house. He sees old fishing equipment, a family portrait of Yara, her parents, an older brother, and a baby, as well as a book of sea shanties and a map of the sewers, where you just was, so nothing to help your investigation. So, where do you go next?
He said there were bedrooms?
Yes.
I'd like to go into the bedrooms then. The bedrooms.
You know what? I'm gonna make it easy because I really want some to pass it, audience. Okay, you notice there's a queen-sized bedroom, possibly Zara's bedroom, and there's a closet, but it's locked, like lock and chains locked. So let's make the sleight of hand 15.
I'll try sleight of hand roll.
12.
12.
It was a 15. You try to whip it open with your bare hands, but it does nothing. Anybody else? Doug, want to follow him? Or
Yeah, might as well.
you could try another check, or
Oh,
it's a natural
20.
20. Let's go! High 20, nat 20 on investigation, sleight of hand. It sounded like the D&D guys said, we're failing this too much, so let's give him a nat 20.
Mainly because we have a dragonborn that's better with strength and combat here, and in a small little dwarf.
And so, you see a body, a young human woman corpse, fall out of the closet. It looks and smells awful, like it's been there for a few months or so, starting to decompose. And unfortunately, it's time for an investigation check, 17 or higher.
13. Damn it. Sorry, I didn't mean to do two of them. I didn't mean to.
I only see one, unless the 18 was first.
I think the 18 was first. It's appearing first for me. I don't know.
Okay, if it was 18, you pass. You look closer onto the corpse, and you recognize the young human woman. It's Yara Ekvo, the young woman you just saw on the streets, in the alleyway, an hour ago.
Technically, Zarak saw her in the council room, not in the streets.
Yes, Yara, the hooded woman, the councilwoman you met in City Hall, the same woman in the hood that you met across the street an hour ago. She is lying here, dead, decomposed on the floor out of the closet.
What's that smell? I can smell it way out here.
We found Yara.
You who? You did not.
Want us to bring the body out here towards you? So you can hear it, so you can see it and smell it yourself?
No thank you. I'll just leave you to your word, because I can smell it way out here and it smells really bad.
How decomposed is it? Like, how decomposed?
Very.
I imagine like just think of it like this. It has there's maggots roaming around rummaging through the corpse. Beast. Let's see.
Some flies.
There's enough. The smell is so bad. I'm smelling it from outside, so that it's that bad. The smell is that bad.
I was asking the other person.
Doug?
And I was trying to paint a little bit of story. Sorry.
Pretty much what Bane said.
Okay, so well, in that case,
Like, you
we
notice his
do
yawa
like.
because only half of face is still showing, but barely.
Can I possibly like investigate the body further, see if there's anything on her?
Sure. DC Investigation 10. You can roll or you
Okay.
have passive investigation. Your passive investigation is 10.
Yes.
So you look around at the corpse's body. You notice it's the same outfit y'all was wearing today. You check her pockets, no weapons, just 20 gold pieces.
I'm keeping those. I'm keeping the gold. Too bad for Yara.
But there is no question, Yara is dead. So who was the Yara they just met earlier? No way to determine how she was alive one moment and dead the next hour before you got there.
This is very, very strange indeed.
Suspect there may be a ghost roaming. Plans to avenge her death.
So, is there any other rooms we can check? Like another bedroom or something?
Not really.
Oh, damn.
That's unfortunate.
I have a small idea. Could that chest in the basement, can we pick it up and possibly take it over to Bane? See if he can probably open it? Or is that not possible? Is it too heavy?
Let's make the strength 15. Strength check. Any strength check.
Holy shit. I rolled a 19 and a 17. And I did not mean to roll a 17 at all.
Well, you got it the first time, so I'll count the first time.
Yeah. Okay.
So you do bring the chest outside and drop it in front of Bane.
Alright, I'll try to smash it open.
Strength check 15 as well.
Wow.
What the hell?
5. Once again.
What is this chest? What is this chest made of?
Maybe you can try a sleight of hand? Maybe?
A sleight of hand? I don't have
Let's make
I
sleight
think
of hand
so.
12.
19.
Wow! We finally got the chest open.
And so, what you notice from the chest is a bloodied sword, but it's dried blood, not cleaned. And there is, surprise, a black robe and the note.
Let's check the note first and see what's on it. Hopefully we won't need a translator.
The note reads, "We make our move tonight. We will finally put an end to the Carvel family and take back her son, Bloodtorch, and deliver it to Scumwing. Glory to the goddess Ate. Yar."
This is good. This is real good. This is good progress. This is real good progress. I'm glad you brought this chest. Now we should try to figure out who this sword belongs to, along with the robe.
Maybe it belongs to a cultist.
Well, yeah, but I'm trying to figure out not just some cultists. It could be, as it was mentioned, it could be the healer, could be the mayor, or him.
It could have been someone sent by the mayor. He did say that she could have done a rebellion against him, remember?
Yeah, I do remember.
Be honest with ourselves, I don't think he would like to get his own hands dirty like that. He probably thinks himself too high and mighty for that.
Everyone has to get their hands dirty at some point. Even regardless of their status, everyone has to get their hands dirty at some point.
True. And maybe this isn't the first time he's had to get his own hand. He had to get his hands dirty.
Possibly, yeah. Damn it. But we just gotta figure out the sword. You know what? We need to find someone that's good at scanning prints. That's what we need. We need someone that's good that can scan for fingerprints on this sword specifically.
So we're just investigating, check the sword?
Yeah.
Investigation 15.
14, one short.
Should I do an investigation check?
Sword.
For me, it rolled a 16.
You see, human size fingerprints. You can't investigate who it is, but the cultists were definitely human.
So the killer is a human. So that automatically eliminates the mayor. He's a tiefling.
Damn. This is lost for words.
I was gonna suggest we go to the Drunken Goblin Shark. Is that like an inn or something?
Yeah.
We could go there, rest, and regroup with the others in the morning. And so we can, tell them about all the information we have. Because let's admit it, they are both a lot more smarter than both of us. All three of us, actually.
Although, you did see a note that says they're making a move tonight.
True.
And since y'all isn't here, she's most likely maybe at the Drunken Goblin Sock. And also, it was 1:30 when y'all got there. I'd say it's like 2 o'clock now.
Oh, so it's still early. So how about we go to the Drunken Goblin Shark now? Check it around there. Bring the sword with us, but hide it.
Yeah, let's go. I don't know who you call an idiot. I have an intelligence of 14.
And since y'all passed City Hall, one part of the fishing cluster, y'all's house, and you've always been to the sewers, you are now leveled up to 8. And Doug, you're leveled up to level 3.
Let's go. I wonder if I unlocked anything.
Before we continue on, how should we meet Rhea and Flea? The Drunken Goblin Shark is a tavern. Could meet them there, or back at the healer's house. That could be longer, more into the night. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how y'all randomly run back into them.
The Drunken Goblin Shark? Maybe they're already there somehow?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. The characters, now with what they have learned, go to the Drunken Goblin Shark Tavern. You step up to a humdrum shack. Instead of windows, there are missing planks in the walls. A driftwood sign is nailed to the door that reads, "The Drunken Goblin Shark," with a drawing of a long-nosed shark. What would that look like, a long-nosed shark? I'll investigate that later. Inside are a few wobbly stools around a wooden makeshift bar. A single patron is asleep at the table in the right corner of the room by the tiny fire. In the back right corner, a rickety ladder leads both down to the cellar and up to a small loft. Behind the bar stands a goblin in large overalls and boots. They are drying a shot glass with a dirty old rag. Behind them are a few barrels, an old shelf with some cloudy glass bottles, and an assortment of mismatching glasses and mugs. Oi there! Haven't seen the likes of yous before. Why would a group like yous be visiting our small cluster? You meet a small goblin NPC, Marpus.
Hey, we're currently on an investigation on the recent disappearances within the slums, and we found this as we was and I was trying to put these puzzle pieces together. We came across this chest that had a robe and a sword in it, and we were thinking if you might be able to help us and figure out who exactly it might belong to, and also to get some rest.
Unfortunately, this is a tavern. It does not have an. Oh, I should probably say that in character. I try to keep my nose out of dangerous business in Octurne, and unfortunately, we only provide drinks, not bids.
Fair enough. I say this. I yell this from outside the tavern.
You at least ran into a tiefling and a halfling, perhaps?
I haven't seen a halfling around here. As for tiefling, you might be referring to the blacked out drunk tiefling lady out there on the corner. And you recognize it as Rhea Heller, passed out, with a gallon of ale next to her.
Jeez. They were supposed to be helping us not getting us drunk.
Can I get you a
Oh
drink?
boy,
I'd rather be sober, thanks.
be fine without a drink.
I'd decline as well.
Okay, so everybody said no?
Yeah, I think everyone say no.
Yara popped up out of nowhere. And so Yara, who you somehow found dead in her hut first, somehow appears before you, next to Marpus. Glad to see you all took me up on my offer. Have a seat. Marpus, pour them your special brew. We have much to discuss. So you all just sit down at a table with special brew drinks, even though you don't have to drink it. So my plan is to save the city. Mayor Carvo needs to be removed from power. I have informants. Carvo has done little for this city. He needs to be removed. And I have informants inside the slums that have told me of the poor being used as sacrifices for the cult. No one in power cares about the victims, nor the repercussions, especially the mayor. And I know there's a very powerful sword in the possession of the Carvos. Rumors have it long ago that a thief managed to remove the sword and the Carvos' signet ring from City Hall. They were lost in the sewers when they were pursued by guards. It could still be there, maybe, amongst all the manure and piss. Also, a few months ago, I sought the help of other group of adventurers that were passing through the city. I sent them to the Temple of Hermes and Hestia. They made it out of the city and into the forest, but when it was time to rendezvous, they never showed up. I believe there's a creature in the forest, but the tomb should still be there. The key to unlock the tomb is hidden somewhere below the Temple of Hermes and Hestia in its catacombs. You must use the family signet ring key to get into the Carvo's manor. Me and my army are going to take out the mayor tonight. I was wondering if you could help us.
How that's gonna help with figure out the disappearances on the people in the slums? How do we know that you're not going to cause any trouble once you've gained your power?
I'm not going to be the one in power to take my spot in the city council. But hopefully it's more trouble will go noticed and not kept in the dark.
Maybe we should ask this question already, but how are you alive?
Excuse me?
We went to your house. We saw the body. Looked about a couple, I'd say months old, maggots eating at it. How are you alive?
Are you even real?
You all...
Doug was there. He saw it.
You all...
No, like are you actually there? Like, are you a spirit or not?
You all a
Something
smart
like
group. And so Yara stands up, turns her head, and her body completely changes shape. Disgustingly. Takes off clothes and transforms into, surprise, a doppelganger. And so Rhea wakes up, and I think that's a good way to end the story. Unless y'all wanted to do a fight right now.
I say we should wait for the others.
Wait for the others? Okay. So to be continued. Yeah, we still managed to have fun, do investigations, even with 2 party members missing. I'm gonna give a heads up, if y'all want, when we get to the final boss with Scumbag and the big boss, I could add Asher Heartgood, the druid that paid y'all. If y'all want an extra muscle, I can add DMPC.
I say we should ask that question when everybody's here.
Yeah, next time. But thank y'all.
Very enjoyable. That was very enjoyable.
Thank y'all for anybody that's listening. We will be back for part 4 of Our Lady of Chaos. Shout out to Meldar16. This is Double XC signing off. Peace.
Bye.